Okay, this is my 5th try at this video. I swear I'm doomed. I'm Nikki with Backyard Politics, and I have a little message from our friend Bill Nye. Let me see if I can get it. Here we go.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Hi, John. Bill Nye the Science Guy here. I'm going to explain the complicated logic behind carbon pricing. But first, safety glasses on. When something costs more, people buy less of it. Safety glasses off. That's it. Okay, safety glasses on. When we release carbon, say by burning coal or driving an SUV, all of us pay for that in the form of things like fires, floods, and crop failures. Putting a fee on carbon creates incentives to emit less carbon. And more importantly, it also incentivizes the development of low-carbon technology, which is huge because that's vital to reducing emissions globally. And because for some reason, John, you're a 42-year-old man who needs his attention sustained with tricks, here's some fucking Mentos and a bottle of Diet Coke. Happy now? I've got an experiment for you. Safety glasses on. By the end of this century, if emissions keep rising, the average temperature on Earth could go up another 4 to 8 degrees. What I'm saying is the planet's on fucking fire. There are a lot of things we could do to put it out. Are any of them free? No, of course not. Nothing's free, you idiots. Grow the fuck up. You're not children anymore. I didn't mind explaining photosynthesis to you when you were 12, but you're adults now, and this is an actual crisis. Got it? Safety glasses off, motherfuckers.
I got 11. So, this is a map that I found. I just Googled fires around the world right now. And this is, you can see, I think you can see the date. Might be too small. But right here, August 26th, 2019 to September 2nd. Okay? This is the United States. Right here. Right? Look at that. Mexico's on fire. South America. It's all on fire. This is in about a week's worth of time. Up to date. So right now, look at this. Look at this. If that doesn't terrify you, I don't know what would. This is happening all over the world. Look at this. We think that we have a refugee crisis right now. I mean, where do you think all these people are going to go? There's going to be wars over water. We're going to have, I mean, we're already having insane storms. The storm Dorian, I think it's called, is the one that just hit or is in the process of hitting. That one hit speeds up to, or maybe a little bit beyond, 200 miles an hour. And it was, I believe, a Category 5. And I think it was the biggest hurricane on record, if I'm not mistaken. Look at this. Look at this. That's us, guys. God. People don't care about things until it affects them personally. Well, we have fires in our backyard. We have earthquakes from fracking. We're having insane storms. I don't know what part of the world you all are from, but it doesn't matter at this point because we're all affected by it. Look at this. This is just 1 week up to date. Everywhere's on fire. So sad. Sorry, I'm leaving this up here because if I shrink it, my whole thing screws up and I have to start again. So, second. This is a tweet that I wanted to share with you from Bernie Sanders. It says, July 19th was the hottest month in recorded history. Make no mistake, this is an emergency. We cannot afford to simply wait Trump out. Congress must act boldly to tackle the climate threat. The fate of our children and grandchildren depend on it. It sounds like so dire, but it is. It's not just scare tactics. It really is that dire. I had another picture I wanted to, or another tweet I wanted to share. This is Greta Thunberg. She's I believe, 16-year-old activist now. She was like 14 or 15 when she started. She's a climate activist, and I think she's from Sweden, if I remember right. I follow her on Twitter, and she is a badass. She is a hero to us all, and she has been skipping school on Fridays regularly to protest and make people aware of climate change and make people aware that they need to elect real progressive officials into office. Because if we don't have real progressives elected, then nothing's going to happen. We can't make real change happen with the dumbasses that we have now. And I'm not just talking about Trump. I'm talking about Trump, Obama, the Clintons, all of them. They all work for the elite donors, for the oil lobbies, for big pharma. Obama appointed Goldman Sachs as his administration. I mean, they're all corrupt. They all work for dirty money, which is why overturning Citizens United is a huge deal and needs to happen. You need to figure out not just, oh, they look pretty on TV, or, oh, they roasted someone real good. You need to read about and learn about, or watch these videos and learn about the people that the establishment is putting forward. Beto O'Rourke is number 2 behind Ted Cruz in taking money from oil companies. Excuse me. That's insane. And he's supposed to be a progressive? Are you kidding me? He's not the only one either. They're all like that, except for Tulsi and Bernie and Gravel. But Gravel's he's not running anymore. He had to drop out because the DNC is fucking corrupt. Why do you think they smear people like Tulsi, like Bernie, and like Gravel? It's because of their anti-war stances. It's because of their protect the people and fight for the people stances. They want Medicare for all. They want no more regime change wars. They want to better humanity. They're not funded by big banks and oil companies and God knows who else, big pharma. They're fighting for us. I retweeted Bernie's tweet, and it says, this is the sad truth of the matter. Bernie said, if the environment were a bank, it would have been saved already. Just think about that for a second. It's so true. Who are the people that suffered when the banks went under? People lost houses. The people lost houses. The banks got bailed out and people were kicked out on the streets. Who do you think is going to be fine in all of this? Well, none of us are going to be fine, but the elite are going to be dead, most of them, by then, by the time real climate catastrophe happens. We're in the apocalypse right now, and it's not the, ooh, fun zombies, Hollywood apocalypse. It's the slow burning, the flooding, the massive storms, the earthquakes. We're causing that shit. Not us specifically, but the ruling class. When the left gets so angry at Trump did this and Trump did that, and then the right gets so angry at Obama did this, Obama did that. That's dividing and conquering working as the ruling class wants it to work. That's what they want to do. They want to divide and conquer. They have us back and forth at each other like, well, you voted for Trump. Well, you voted for Hillary. Well, fuck you. Well, fuck you too. No, fuck them. We need to get together. Fuck them. Get them out of office. Vote them out. This was also another tweet that I retweeted. It says, the earth is not dying, it's being killed, and those who are killing it have names and addresses. And Utah Phillips, which I don't know who that is. They were the original person that said that. Those people that are killing it are the ruling class that work for the oil companies that are fucking over our country, our planet. When you ask my kids if they want to have children when they get older, they say they don't know because they don't know if the planet's going to be here or if they're going to be here. I cannot imagine being a kid and having like this death sentence hanging over my head. Like, when's it going to happen? That is just terrifying. I cannot imagine that. Lori Garrett is a woman who has won a Pulitzer Prize and for her science journaling, just to give you a little background. She tweets, this is a roaring glacial melt under the bridge to wherever Greenland, where it's 22 Celsius today, and Danish officials say 12 billion tons of ice melted in 24 hours. 12 billion tons. I can't even I know we have a picture, but that's like 12 billion tons of ice melted? There's salmon dying in Alaska right now because the water is too warm for them. We have fires, like I showed you, all over the world. Ice is melting. Our beaches are gone, or not gone, I shouldn't say gone, I'm sorry. Our beaches are going. People are having to move. There's going to be wars over water. I don't know how many of these things I'm repeating because, again, I've done this is my 5th video on this, so I'm really hoping it works. We have to do something now. We have to vote correctly. We have to vote. I love this analogy. I've heard it a couple times from a couple different podcasters. They say Rosa Parks did not implement change by saying, oh, well, I'll just sit in the middle then, right? It was, I'm at the front, what now? We need to do the same thing when we vote for these politicians. We need to look into their background. We need to see who's actually progressive and who's going to go, now is the time to act. We're doing this. So not only was July the hottest month on record ever for the Earth, but June was the warmest June in 2019. It was so warm that a large lake formed from melting glacial snow at 11,100 feet in Mount Blanc range in France. It literally says there should not be a lake here. If you don't believe climate change is real, I don't know what to say to you. And if you acknowledge that it's real, do something. We're not powerless. I'm doing this. This is not a lot. I mean, I don't have a lot of freaking subscribers. I don't get a lot of clicks compared to other podcasters. But there's people that I know and that I don't know who follow me on Twitter that see these. And they're like, oh, well, shit, okay. People just want to know the truth. People especially want to know the truth right now because, excuse me, we have such a jackass in the White House and he's making it so obvious about the shitty things he's doing. So everybody's like, fuck Trump, fuck Trump, fuck the establishment. I found a couple of quotes from Albert Einstein that I thought were really fitting for this episode, so I wanted to share it with you. The world we have created is a product of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. So things like the OFF Act that Tulsi has, or Bernie Sanders' new climate change ideas act, whatever you want to call it, those are real actions. Those are backed by ideas to not only just cut out fossil fuels, but to implement things that will make it better. Like, I'm trying to compare it to hemp and plastic, if you understand where I'm going with this. If we eliminate plastic bags, yes, obviously we have some recycled bags, but if you offer a hemp option, oh my gosh, a whole new world opens up. And I don't mean to get all Aladdin on you, but for real. So we have to change the way we think about this. If we get off fossil fuels, it's not just all those coal miners don't have jobs, right? I mean, they would obviously have jobs guarantees and some of these bills and ideas that they're putting forward. It would improve things. We don't still have like typewriter people. Come on. There's computers. We progress. The world will not be destroyed by those who do evil, but by those who watch them without doing anything. You might feel like you're powerless because who am I? Well, me personally, I'm a stay-at-home mom who does odd jobs on the side for money, and I don't mean that in a dirty way. I mean like mowing lawns and cleaning houses and stuff like that. And I put out a couple of YouTube videos every once in a while. I'm going to try to put them out more regularly. I'm hoping to get to 2 a week at least. But it's hard to do. But I'm not famous. I'm not looking to get famous. I don't get a huge number of clicks. I don't care. Even one click tells me one person watched it, and one person watching it, maybe that person didn't know something that I said. Maybe that person's going to look into something, and maybe that person's going to have a conversation later where they tell somebody else, oh shit, did you know this? Share stuff on your social media. Talk about it with friends, family. It doesn't have to be a heated discussion. Just open their minds to it. I have relatives who voted for Trump. I was so hurt by that. I thought, like, how dare you, right? It wasn't how dare you. It should not be that way. And I kept thinking, well, how do these people that I care about vote for somebody so horrendous? And that was with me not knowing anything about politics. So I didn't know anything about Hillary, nothing, okay? I just knew what I saw on the mainstream media. And that was, oh, Trump said this about women, and Trump said, and I'm not saying what he said was okay. I'm not. It's fucking disgusting. He's a horrible human. But I don't want to hate my family members because they made a different vote choice than I did. That's ridiculous. And that's what the establishment, the ruling class, wants us to do. They're dividing and conquering. And again, I don't know if I've already said this in this video. I've done 5 of the same one. But they want to pin us against each other. Trump did this. Hillary did this. The whole ruling class is the reason we're at war in all these places. They're the reason we don't have health care. Everywhere else has it. Every fucking developed country in the world has free health care. But we're the best country in the world and we don't have free health care? How does that make sense? Seriously. I would love for somebody to tell me that. We know that our bees are going extinct, and the butterfly effect tells us that if the bees die, we die, right? The bees pollinate our flowers and our food, and if our food goes away, then we're done. So Einstein said this: if the bee disappeared off the surface of the globe, then man would only have 4 years of life left. No more bees, no more pollination, no more plants, no more animals, and no more people. And I changed it. It says man, but it should be people. When I was a kid, I remember going for drives and seeing a bunch of bugs like smashed on the front of the car, right? It's fucking disgusting. That doesn't happen anymore. And I'm sorry about the glare, but again, I don't know what to do. That doesn't happen anymore. We don't have like smashed bugs all over the place. All our insects are dying off. Some of our animals are dying off, right? Survival of the fittest. The bees are dying off. I don't want people to feel like things are impossible because sometimes a lot of the time I feel like that. Like our climate change, our climate crisis is so bad and only a select few really care about it, it seems like. But I don't want it to feel like, oh, it's doomsday, we're all fucked. We have to try. We have to do whatever we can. Small things, big things, anything. We have to do something. So, plant bee friendly plants and bee boxes. You can keep the clover in your grass. The bees love it. And let's be honest, who's going to give a shit what your lawn looks like when you're just trying to survive, right? If we're dead, nothing's going to be here to go, that lawn has a little bit of weeds in it. We have clover in our backyard and we have grass too, but the bees love the clover so much so that my dog has started eating the bees and I have to scold her because no, we're not doing that in this home, honey. So anyway, recycle everything you can. And please do it the right way because if you just throw in a contaminated like mayonnaise container that's got shit still in it, it's going to contaminate the whole bin, right? It rots. Wash it out. Read your local recycling information, like local recycling center information. Just look shit up. Use reusable materials like reusable water bottles, reusable grocery bags, or even reusable straws. So in the city I live in Oregon, they ban plastic bags. And I love it. I love it. I love seeing little changes happening all around. Okay? Even our electric company, who is like, because we need to go get off of fossil fuels, they even started a green program. And yeah, it's not going to like, they could do more, but it's something, okay? The grocery bag thing, I love it. Everybody's on the same page. Nobody gets pissed because people are slow at bagging. Who cares? We're all in the same boat. I have a little bit of cashiering experience in that aspect, but anyway, use water bottles like this, not like the ones that Nestle fucks people out over in Flint, and you use them once, toss them. Those are bad. Switch to a plant-based diet. I've been a vegetarian almost all my life. When I was younger, eating a veggie burger was disgusting, but it was not meat, so I ate it. The alternatives to meat are amazing now. I made chicken sandwiches for my kids, and they thought they were eating like a cafeteria style chicken sandwich. Nope. It was a vegetarian one, and they loved it, and they want more. And now they know that it was vegetarian after the fact. There's so many like vegan options, vegetarian options. We have to get off thinking that we have to eat beef. We got to eat meat. That's not true. It's not. It's the it's all the corrupt money pushing to make you think that. That's what it is. When you're at the park or at a beach, just go out and pick up trash. Anywhere you go, just oh shit, there's something. Pick it up, throw it away, recycle it. If you can, buy an electric car. Um, we can't afford an electric car right now. I get it. Most people can't. We're lucky enough in our situation that we went down to only one car and it's working. Again, a lot of people don't have that. Do what you can. Use your bike if you can. Go for a walk. Excuse me. Don't use banks. Do not use banks. Banks take your money and use it for wars so that they can make money off of oil. Banks are terrible. Banks screw people out of their houses. Banks are the worst fucking thing that exists probably right now. And they're the reason for this. Switch to a credit union. Credit unions take your money and put it back into your community, and it's awesome. You can look into whatever credit union is available in your area. Ours that we use puts money back into the schools and parks and things like that. It's really awesome. This is the most important things. You have to elect, and we have to elect, lawmakers who actually have plans to implement critical climate policies and get us off of fossil fuels. And check their records to see if they'll actually follow through. Where do they get their money from? I'll tell you right now, Bernie and Tulsi are the only ones that don't take dark money. Tell others about the climate crisis. Spread the word. Share this video. Start conversations with people you see every day. Just get the word out any way you can. And then lastly, go to strikeDC.org to help shut down DC on September 23rd and demand climate action now. Extinction Rebellion is behind Strike DC, and what it is the entire world in different countries, there are people that are having strikes and shutting down big parts of their towns, and nothing can get done. Not that anything gets done in our government anyway, but it makes a point that we're demanding action now. So on the 23rd of September, if you go to strikeDC.org, you can sign a pledge. I know not everybody can go to DC. I sure shit can't, but I'm going to look and see if our capital is doing something. Maybe I could go down there. But they're looking for people to demand climate change action right now. So I hope I covered everything I want to. I think I did. I'll probably think of something later. But it looks like this recorded. So I think that was five tries at this one video. Hopefully it uploads to YouTube okay. I hate this goddamn glare, and I'm sorry for the background right now, but I really don't want to lose this video. So anyway, like this video, share it, subscribe it. That helps get the word out. It helps in the algorithms on YouTube so that more people see it. And you can email me suggested content or questions or comments to backyardpolitics with an X at yahoo.com. You can also follow me on Twitter, backyardpolitics. And until next time, Medicare be with you.